Okay, Katya, let's get it started. We're both so tired. Are you tired today?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
So, Kate, have you been with us for a year with English Talk Show?
Yeah, probably.
But you seem to be quite a devoted visitor of English Talk Show, right?
Yeah, I seem to be quite a devoted one.
Yeah, I want to ask you, well, who are you and what do you need to know about you to get the general flavor of who you are as a person?
Well, I think I'm a human, but I'm not quite sure about
You
it.
seem to be a human, yeah.
I seem to be human.
Or maybe you are very pretty alien. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm
can be.
thinking about it.
So, what can you say? You've been with us for some time with English Talk Show. What does it have so special for you, the English Talk Show?
I think it's fun. It's very relaxing. You can meet different people there.
You know, for some reason I was sure you must be fed up with English because can we call you an English teacher?
Not really kind of interested. Still, I think
You're not interested in English.
I'm kind of interested. I mean, the trouble is that I didn't have enough practice back then, probably in the uni, and I just wanted to have it like more adult type. Some discussion clubs are organized like this language school way.
You probably want to say that they were boring.
Yeah, I probably want to say that.
Not exactly adult type, but they were just boring.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that you just stress some points. You give us some questions to discuss, and you just seen today. People just started fighting for nothing, and it's kind of fun. I mean, I am bloodthirsty sometimes, so it's just interesting the way they just open up. At first you just meet very like ordinary Russian people coming with coffee and cookies.
Not exactly Russian, not all of them, but anyway.
Oh, ordinary people.
I'm joking.
And then it's really funny that you know nothing about these people, but as soon as they start speaking, you learn everything about them.
But you know, it is strange. We're so different, but at the same time we have something in common. Just imagine, even with Eugene, you know Eugene.
Yeah.
We still have something in common with this person. Quite an interesting person,
I wonder
actually.
what.
Something.
What was it?
Something, I don't know.
It's something.
And Kate, today you were quite late and you missed our topic number one. It was about being serious. So what can you say? Does it make sense to be serious, and how serious are you?
I think.
Sorry, I'm sweating. I'm so
It's
tired.
okay.
So, about being serious.
Serious. Hopefully I'm not too serious. But anyway, I think I used to be very serious, like deadly serious.
You mean serious in a nudish way?
Yeah, very nerdy.
Just like me a long time ago.
Yeah, like never smiling or anything. People would come up and say like, Katya, why are you so angry? What's wrong with you? And I'm like,
So even in
like
your
poker
relatively nerdish environment, you were serious and nerdish.
yeah, yes, exactly. But then
It
I
must be
just
serious.
realized that it was a bit too tiring, and I think at some point people would address me like женщина, not young lady.
Женщина,
Yes,
woman.
and I just felt like there must be something wrong with me, and I just wanted to change my life. I was a bit overweight, so I get rid of some extra kilos and decided that I should open up a bit more, at least try to be polite. So
Anything else we need to know about you? I don't know, you read books, you
well,
like to
when
cook.
you ask such a question, I want to answer.
Sorry, I'm not from KGB, you know.
I mean, it's very, I understand. I just want to answer in this very label kind thing. But like, for example, like 24, single, unemployed. So this is basically what you need to answer. But you know, it looks very labelish because it doesn't tell you anything about me. I mean, that I'm very young, and once some person might say that I'm quite lazy and like
You are quite lazy.
No, I'm not quite lazy. I think I'm quite hardworking and just looking for my own way. I just want to do everything my own way. So I have my big dream, trying to achieve it. Although it's a very hard road, which is taking a lot of time. And some people say that I'm not living. I'm just like waiting for something, but I know that I'm waiting for a really big prize to win.
Prize to win.
Yeah.
But
And I'm working towards it.
Let's talk about life. Some time ago you really liked my idea that life is quite pointless. Why do you think so, and what should we do about it? I mean, you seem to be a person who enjoys her life, but at the same time you agree with me that the life is pointless.
Yeah, I mean, I think there shouldn't be some kind of imperative that life must have some meaning. Like our religion again tells us this idea. But anyway, I think life is pointless. I mean, maybe it has some meaning, but our mind it's not capable enough to grasp this meaning. So I think we're just humans. We should do our human stuff.
But you'll probably agree that we can still enjoy our life even without pointless life. I mean, we're given this life and we can enjoy it. It is relatively short, but just enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
But what about the meaning of life? Anything like that? Maybe you have some illusions about it.
I think I don't. I'm not quite sure, really. Meaning of life, just on the one hand, I think that some people have kind of predestination. I think everybody has some predestination, but you don't know what it is. Some people were born in this planet to have children who become new Einstein, for example. So this is their kind of their role, to be a father or mother of some Einstein which is to come and to make this world a better place. Some people come here to, for example, save a child from a car crash. Some people come here to like say one quote which will just go into history, into annals of history. So
you probably mean that it's a matter of finding your purpose.
I think we can't find it like personally, go and find it like lost and found. No, I think we cannot grasp our true destination, predestination, so we should just live and it will just fulfill naturally. This is my philosophy, like Greek philosophy.
You had some philosophy classes today, right?
Yeah.
And you were influenced by them, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. May I ask you, what can make you happy, you personally?
A cup of cocoa currently at that very moment.
Cocoa.
Cocoa.
You can have it quite soon, by the way. Maybe you like.
This is actually one of the keys to happiness. Like lower your expectations, lower your needs. The less you need, the happier you are. Like Epicure philosophy and so on.
By the way, could you be happy in a limited space with many books?
Yep. I can be happy in a house made of books.
In enough house.
In a house made of books.
Yeah, just like me. Anything else you would like to say to our viewers? Maybe you have some questions to me or.
Why do you always ask this question about the fact that life is meaningless and so on?
I think
this
it is.
Kind of boring.
It is the most basic question, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it is quite important. Or maybe I like the idea that I can say that the life is pointless, and to find some meaning. To find some meaning in life at the same time.
Have you found it already?
I wouldn't say so, but as I told you, I think that it's better to enjoy your life. It is relatively short. You should enjoy your ability to read books, to see other people, to travel sometimes. I think I'm quite a happy person.
Do you enjoy your life? Like every minute of it? Do you get the most of it?
I wouldn't say I get the most of it, but I like my life. It is quite interesting. I mean, I don't travel too much, I'll be honest with you, but at the same time, my life is quite interesting. You see, I have you here. I have some people who are rehearsing the song I wrote in that room. So it's up to you. You can make your life quite interesting.
I mean, it's really it was bothering me for some time. I mean, today you told that you were unemployed for 2 months and you just expressed how happy you were and so on.
Yeah, I was quite happy.
I was just curious that during this time when I saw you, I just had an impression when guys were like excessively talking about you being unemployed, let's put it like that. I just felt that you didn't like this conversation, you kind of feel guilty that you're
I wasn't guilty, but maybe, I was quite happy at that period, but at the same time there was some uncertainty about my future. And maybe it made me a little bit unhappy. That's the reason.
So you're kind of against uncertainty.
Yeah, I don't like uncertainty. I like predictability. And by the way, back to my philosophical views, I believe that everything in the universe is predetermined. I believe in the Big Bang theory, but at the same time, there are some physicists who believe in quantum physics who say that. There can be some variances in this universe, that everything is not predetermined. But for example, Einstein, till his death, he was sure that everything is predetermined. So I believe so as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but for God's sake, I can make this mistake. I can make this mistake Einstein did.
Do you have any ideas about your predestination?
No, to be honest with you.
Any glimpses of this idea?
No, I hope that in some way my life will be unique, and maybe it already happens.
What makes it unique?
Well, the way I spend my time, the way I enjoy things, the people I have around me. So I can tell you, if I compare my life with the lives of some of my relatives, some of the people I know, my life is unique even at this very moment.
I see.
Because I don't know so many people who do the same.
But there is always some place for improvement. What do you think can be improved? Do you want to improve something in yourself, like personal traits or physical?
I could put it this way, at the moment I like my work, but I can't say 100% that it is like it is a part of my nature, because in business, even in IT, you have to do quite the stuff you do is quite artificial. And if we compare this with what I do at my English talk show, I can be 100% myself. It is like going with the flow, like gangsters and rappers like to say,
Yeah.
So I hope that someday I'll be able to make money going with the flow, doing something based on my emotions. There is a very complicated book I'm reading at the moment, Thinking Fast and Slow. Maybe you've heard about it. It's very popular, but it's very difficult. So in that book, they say about System 1 and System 2. So System 1 is basically about your emotions and unconscious thinking, and System 2 about your logical thinking, etc.
Yeah.
So I really hope that someday I'll be able to make a lot of money using my System 1.
So what's your System 1 like?
Well, you know something about my System 1. So when I'm a host at my English talk show, basically you deal with my System 1. So I just extract something from my brain, like my knowledge, my emotions, my ability to be a host, and it is what I do is mostly intuitive. I can't say that I have to work hard, but it is basically my emotions work.
Yeah, I see. I understand maybe something that actors feel when they act on stage.
Yeah,
they have it like learn lyrics, but they just come out and they start to live in this role, in this scheme.
Exactly. Well, I wouldn't call it a role, but it is. So it comes from my System 1.
Oh,
maybe someday you will read a very brief description of the stupid book, and you will understand.
Okay, but you said that when we are in your club, we're kind of dealing with your System 1 and like your true self. So and that you are real actually when you are a host. So what makes a good host?
Could you wait for 2 minutes?
What makes a good host?
A good host. Well, as I like to joke, I'm like Andrei Malakhov, but in English version. A good host is a very flexible person who can really feel other people. You need to be flexible, you need to switch topics, you need to switch people you are asking questions. It's like balancing all the time. And people come to you, they want some emotions from you. It's also like going with the flow. It's better not to stop for even like 30 seconds.
I see.
It's a show.
Was it the same since the first time you started? Because Eugene told me that you've been here in Cifrbat for 7 years, but before
not exactly
that,
Cifrbat.
during prehistorical times, there was also some kind of talk show,
so
right?
it all started 7 years ago. Of course, now I have more experience. I probably have more emotions because 7 years ago I probably was like a robot. I was a nerd. My inner Alibek is quite nerdish, I have to say. So
welcome to my club.
Yeah.
So I see. So what? Okay, let's put it like that. We just celebrated the anniversary of your club. What has changed? What have changed since that time?
Since the anniversary.
Yep.
So
and you, in your club, and people coming.
You mean what has changed for those 7 years?
Yes. I mean, comparing the first day in club and this.
Well, probably I grew up, people who come to me grew up, because nowadays we have relatively mature people, I won't say old,
Okay.
yeah, relatively mature people with relatively mature brains
Brain.
and minds. So the stuff we discuss nowadays is quite complicated, as you know.
Yep. Like for today.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to know?
Religion
By the way,
fights.
you, without stopping our recording, you will have to sit here for like 15 seconds. I'll be back because I have something. I forgot. Just sit. It's not a problem. So, no, I'm not gonna edit this video.
I think that would be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but I'm not prepared properly. So,
It's improvisation.
yes, total. Maybe anything else you would like to know, to ask?
Yeah. I
What
mean,
would
it's
you like to
really
know?
interesting that you just keep out doing the same stuff, and I really feel like you enjoy it. It's like something that makes you
Mhm.
happy. And just imagine in the long run, would you consider English club being your like full-time job? These options.
You know, it's almost like a dream for me, and I was even thinking about like monetizing this activity. Who knows? Remember, it is just a joke. It's really a joke. So maybe someday we'll have an English party, you know, because
English party in Duma?
not necessarily in Duma. You know, there is, what is the right word? Some duality. Does it exist? This word?
Duality, of course.
Yeah. So there is some duality for this word. An English party is a party, and it's not a party for the same time. So it is a party like Tsovka, or maybe it is a party like a party.
Okay.
No one knows. But I'm just saying that here in Rostov we found at least tens of people who are prepared to socialize in English on a regular basis. Who knows? Maybe all across Russia there are even more people who want to do the same. But it's just a dream. I'm answering your question whether it is possible to make it a full-time job. At the moment, I'm not thinking about it, but who knows? Who knows?
I see.
Katya, I want to ask you. You are quite young, and hopefully you don't have any prejudice against this word voucher. Do you know what a voucher is?
Yes, I know.
What is it?
It's like, okay, there was some oil and gas, and
So they
it was
actually,
like natural
you're right. They
resources
cut
that
the
belong
country
to
into
the-
small pieces,
Yep.
and then they bought those pieces for a price of a bottle of vodka.
Okay, yeah.
But
I know the story.
But forget about this. I'm gonna present you with a voucher for a one-day stay here at Zifferblatt.
Oh my god.
Sponsored by me, not by Zifferblatt, by the way. I'm joking.
Thank
So
you.
Katya, enjoy your stay at Zifferblatt for a day.
Wow.
Thanks for interview. Anything else you would like to say to our viewers?
Eat regularly.
Eat regularly.
Eat regularly. It's
Yeah.
important. And be happy. And come to Zifferblatt every Tuesday at 19:30, right?
Yes.
Don't forget to bring your girlfriend and boyfriend and your dog and all your friends.
And your ex-wife and
And
ex-husband.
your ex-wife as
Yeah.
well.
Thank you, Katya.
Thank you. That was great.